We're Aubrey and Deleir, designers and DIYers, teaming up with Lowe's to help homeowners combine their DIY wants and needs to create a blended space that everyone loves.
This is Blending, how to upgrade your bathroom vanity. On the last episode, we met with Diallo and Yasmin and their two daughters, Sophie and Fatima, to talk about their very different visions for their shared bathroom.
We started with turning this bathtub and shower surround into a beautifully tiled walk-in shower that has made this bathroom shine. Today, we're focusing on a budget-friendly vanity upgrade.
We'll also be adding lights around the vanity, hanging the mirror, adding niches for storage, and painting the walls.
Since their current vanity is MDF, repainting it is complicated. Instead, we got this beautiful Allen & Roth vanity and are going to show you how to spruce up any vanity space with some budget-friendly how-tos. Removing the old vanity. Start by turning off your water main and draining the faucet of any remaining water. Remove your P-trap and disconnect your water lines. Place a bucket or towel beneath the water lines while disconnecting to catch any trapped water.
Use a utility knife to cut the sealant along the edge of the vanity and backsplash and remove any screws that hold the vanity to the wall. You may have to use a pry bar to help with the removal, but be careful not to damage the drywall. Remove the countertop and sink and then pull the vanity away from the wall, being careful not to damage any plumbing.
Prepping for the new vanity. You may need to touch up the walls or paint behind the vanity, especially if your new vanity is smaller in size. If needed, check out the video in the description on how to repair drywall.
So we had to remove and patch some of the drywall in order to accommodate for the niches and a few other areas, and we're ready to move on to installing the vanity. But in order to avoid having to tape off the vanity, we're gonna go ahead and apply some paint to the walls where the vanity is gonna go so that we don't have to go back and do that later. Mark the location of your new vanity on the wall using a measuring tape and a pencil. Mark the location of the studs as you'll need to screw the vanity into the studs later.
If your new vanity has a solid back, you'll need to cut holes for the new plumbing. Measure the distance from the walls to the plumbing and translate those measurements to your new vanity. Cut holes for the supply lines, waistline, and any electrical outlets using a hole saw wide enough to fit the plumbing.
Placing the vanity. Slide your vanity into place around the plumbing that's coming out of the wall. Make sure that your vanity is level. Our vanity had adjustable feet, but if yours doesn't, you can use shims to get it level. If your vanity doesn't come with a pre-installed countertop, we put a link in the description for attaching a countertop to a vanity. Now that this is in place, we need to break for a Lowe's trip and find the hardware, faucet, and mirror. Lowe's has a ton of great options for mirrors, faucets, and cabinet hardware.
Installing the hardware. Apply a roll of plumber's putty beneath the drain ring and press the drain hardware into the putty firmly. Wipe off the excess with a towel. Place your faucet hardware into the pre-drilled holes. Reattach the P-trap to the sink drain line. Reattach the hot and cold water lines, making sure to apply Teflon tape in a clockwise direction when reconnecting. Turn your water main back on and test the hot and cold water on the faucet, making sure to look for leaks under the sink. If you have a leak, continue to inspect every pipe joint and connection to make sure they are tight and sealed properly. Consider hiring a plumber if you're having trouble stopping the leaks. Water damage is way more expensive than a plumber.
Find your stud marks and screw the vanity into the studs. If you don't have enough studs to secure the vanity, you can always use wall anchors. Replacing vanity hardware. This is a great way to upgrade an old vanity without having to replace it.
It's also a great design choice if you want to match your hardware to the rest of the bathroom.
Remove the old handles by opening the doors and drawers and removing the screws on the inside. Ideally, you can find handles with the same center to center dimensions so you don't have to drill new holes. The hardware that we purchased was wider than the original one, so we had to make new holes. Start by leveling a piece of painter's tape so that the edge of the tape passes directly over the center of each of the original holes. This will give you perfect vertical alignment.
To find the horizontal alignment, subtract the width of the hardware from the width of the drawer and center it, double checking that you have the same amount of space on either side.
Visually test the hardware to make sure it aligns, and then drill your new holes and attach the new hardware. Lowe's also has these helpful templates to help you evenly line up spacing.
To patch the old holes, we bought some wood dowels that match the size of the holes. We cut them to be a little shorter than the depth of the hole and push them in. This creates a shallower hole so that we can use less wood putty for a faster set time.
If a dowel won't fit the old hardware hole, or if you just want to use wood filler, follow the product instructions for application. Allow ample time for the filler to set before you proceed.
Then just sand and paint or stain to match the surrounding wood.
So we're ready to install the lights now. We hired an electrician to come out and take the power from the first sconce and split it so that we've got 2 sconces placed exactly where we want them. When you're considering different lighting options, it's not only about aesthetic.
Having lights on both sides of the mirror helps to brighten the entire room while making the bathroom feel much bigger.
This transformation is coming along great. Now we're gonna install a new mirror that'll really round out this project and make the bathroom feel more spacious.
Some mirrors come with a wire stretched across the back for hanging. Some don't. You can easily loop your own wire and pull it taut to support the weight. Be sure to measure the height of the wire before measuring the distance from the ceiling and lighting fixtures to perfectly center the mirror. Since we don't have a stud in the center of where our mirror will hang, we used a metal drywall anchor that will support the weight of the mirror without drilling into a stud.
So the tension on this wire is pretty tight, and so when we try to mount the mirror, it's not catching the screw that we've inserted. So what we're doing is we're grabbing a piece of cardboard, something that you don't care about, propping up that wire to make sure we can catch it. And we're golden, baby.
This vanity is already transforming this bathroom.
We finished painting the bathroom with this beautiful paint called Stillwater by HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams that will contrast really nicely with the brass hardware and the dark wood on the vanity.
The new vanity is gorgeous. The gold hardware looks really great with the color palette we have going on. I think the girls are gonna love it.
That completes the vanity. Up next, we're gonna do some more DIY work by updating the fan and lighting. All the products you saw in this video were purchased at Lowe's, and you can find the links in the description below.
See you next episode.